Welcome to Interstellar Cosmic Conversations, where we share experiences from our hearts to empower others.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Interstellar Cosmic Conversations. And I have been promising you that I would share a little bit about human design with you. And so I have already created a few charts for those that have shown interest in human design. And what I wanted to do, if you have been following human design for any amount of time, this is going to be so basic for you. It's probably not going to be of interest. But if you're someone that I've done a chart for, this is going to be very beneficial for you. And so I am just going to try to share some things very quickly. Just to help you know how to navigate your chart. And in the future, I will continue to make additional videos. Just to be very clear, I am not interested in becoming a human design teacher. I'm not trying to educate anyone on human design or take it to that level. I just am very aware of the transition that we're going through energetically, the sleep in Phoenix energy that's coming in 2027. And one of the most important things to me is for those of us that are in this place of wanting to know ourselves and work with this energy and being made aware of exactly who we are and how we were intended to navigate our journey, how we set a template in place to navigate our journey, and how the imposition gets involved. And, the matrix comes in and does its tweaking, alters our paths, all, of course, with our permission, because we did contract in and agree to this. But it's made clear through human design what our original design template was for the experiences that we wanted to have, and then where the conditioning and programming come in. So I want to help people. I want to show you how to look at your data and know how to translate that for yourselves. And so this is just my chart. I'm going to put it up here and use myself to explain this to you. And in the future, I will go into, more about how to translate this chart. Okay. So I'm going to try to do this short and sweet. People know that I like to ramble. Okay. So I happen to be a projector. Okay. So what we're looking at here is a body graph. And in this body graph, all these numbers represent what in human design are called gates. For me, I see them as portals. Okay. Portals where energy flows into our bodies and is part of our energy signature. Now, what your human design chart shows you at your birth time is the energies that were at play that have a direct impact on your personality and your human design and how you'll navigate in your life experiences. So anything that's on the design side is your unconscious awareness. Anything that's found in your personality side would be your conscious awareness. On these graphs, anything that you see in white, those are considered open centers, and anything that you see colored in are defined centers. The defined centers play a huge role in telling you what type of being you are. So we have manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. I'm a projector. And so you're going to want, as you're looking at your charts, to study the type Okay. Study what it is to be a projector. Learn your energy signature, which is that of success. Your strategy, wait for the invitation. It's really important that you study what it means to wait for the invitation. Your inner authority, mine is splenic. The inner authority that we have is huge in showing us also where our awareness lives in our body and how to pay attention to that awareness. The definition is, for me, I'm a single definition. Some people are split definitions or triple split definitions. When you're a single definition, that is someone that really isn't looking for another half of something else to complete them. Where if you're a split definition, a lot of times you're looking for someone to come into your life that will bridge together these gates of energy or portals of energy to make you feel complete. So that can confuse people a little bit and make them feel like they're missing something in themselves that they're actually not. So that's just something to be aware of. Your profile will have a number associated with it. So mine is 2-4, which is a networker for the 2 and a hermit for the 4, or opportunist hermit. So I'm just trying to explain what these mean to you. And again, this is very basic for those that I've done charts for. Anyone else, it's probably very, very basic, and you're not going to want to spend your time looking at this. And as I create videos in the future, they'll go more in depth. Your incarnation cross has a lot to do with your purpose. Mine is the right angle cross of the vessel of love. So I have created a life in which I would experience, quite a bit of duality in order for me to embody what unconditional love is and to be that. Okay. So that's really important. You're not self-themed. So if I'm not successful, I am considered bitter. And I can see that. So there's, things that if we're honest about ourselves, we can look and see, wow, this really speaks to me. What I've learned with human design is we see our true nature and we see our shadow. And always remember that this is not about judgment. Human design is not here to judge you for your shadow. It's here to show you your shadow. And where does the shadow live? The shadow lives in the places that you see that are white and considered open. Wherever that whiteness is, that is where we're the most conditioned. Okay. Anywhere that you see these gates or portals show up, it's going to show you the planets that are in relation to that gate or into those portals of energy. And so, human design is not astrology. It's not Kabbalah. It's not the I Ching. It's a whole different system. But what it has in common with astrology is the awareness that our planets do impact our daily lives. And so that's just something that we all know because these are living beings that are experiencing with us. Okay. So, for example, if I've done your chart and you have it in front of you and you're looking at a shot of this like mine. So if I were to click on this, the printout that you have is going to have this broken down. So here I'm just going to click and show you. Okay, personality Earth, the prima donna, a difficult and demanding nature that succeeds despite its behavior because of the depth of its talents, the determination to succeed that may offend others. I can definitely say that has been true. Now, that would be me operating correctly, right? If you saw my shadow show up, or I observe my shadow show up in that, then it would be the unrealistic demands and offensive nature of an egocentric mediocrity, the determination to be treated as a success before it's been realized. So that's facing your shadow. If I see that, if I observe that in my behavior, then I know, hey, that's my shadow. Whoops. Let me open that back up. I lost that. Hang on one second. That does happen when I am using that program. It doesn't like it. So let me go find it really quickly and bring it back up. Technical difficulties. That's okay. All right. So let me go back and pull my chart up again. And if I click, it might close down again, but I just kind of am wanting to give you just like the basic knowledge at this point so that you can study your chart until I do more videos. Okay, so I'm back. And let's see. Okay. All right. So here is another one. When innocence is sapped of its vitality, healing is the first priority. The ability to recognize the inner meaning of an affliction and to withdraw until it is healed. The power of the spirit to heal and be healed. Then on the shadow aspect, hypochondria and the need to be healed by others, the weakness of the spirit, which requires healing from others. I find this hysterical because I've always, in my healing journey, I've been on a healing journey for quite a while. And I had this awareness that sometimes we take healing too far. We can kind of get addicted to the concept of healing. And I'm like, we just get addicted to that, maybe that attention, or maybe just the lack of confidence in ourselves that we don't have the ability to heal ourselves. So we go to others. And really what human design is doing is it's showing you that everything is within you, everything. And it is a tool. It's strictly a tool. I am greater than human design. And I want to be very clear. This is a template for an incarnation in your life. It is not the sum total of who you are. Okay. And this is just something that is beneficial in helping you learn how to navigate. So I'm using it as a life review and I'm finding it to be very accurate. So as you can see, I've got a defined spleen and a defined root, and I've got active gates, anything that's highlighted, even in the parts that are white and aren't defined. These gates that are colored are your active gates, and they have an influence on your personality and your design and how you live your life, how you navigate, how you react, what triggers you, everything that I've shared earlier about whether you're being true to yourself or whether you're functioning from more of a wound and your shadow. So also you're going to have things in your chart that are determination, the design-based orientation, binary, determination, nervous, cognition, inner vision, environment, markets, personality-based orientation, singular, motivation, desire, sense, judgment, transference, innocence, view, personal. So that's telling you everything about me. And I'm just sharing myself with you. And as you're looking at your chart, you're going to know that all of those things matter. It's something for you to just, if you want to study this for yourself, by me doing these PDFs for you, you have all of this at your fingertips and you can self-study. If you decide that you want a reading, I do offer readings and I do them on a donation basis. And in those readings, I put together a Word document that goes into a deep explanation of what all of this means. And if you're interested in that, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to do that for you. But that's completely up to you, okay? But you can definitely self-study and also look for the videos that I'll be doing in the future. Now, when you see these arrows, if they're right-leaning, or that means that you're right-brained. If they're left-leaning, then you're left-brained. Right-brained is more of a receiver, and left brain is more of a strategic. Right brain is going to be less strategic and more just in your body and really open. And there's not a good or bad, because if you're right brain, you're right brain for a reason. If you're left brain, you're left brain for a reason, because it's what you need to navigate the life that you have created. And in some of these, you're going to find that there's a mix of both right and left. I just happen to be very right brain, which is why I like to ramble and why I'm very much about, you saw also that my view is personal. So anything that I share is very experiential. I'm not a big reader, not because I can't read or I don't enjoy reading. I get bored with reading, and something has to be very specific to my interest to want me to take the time to read it. It has to keep my interest. It's not that I can't hold my thought retention. It's that it has to be enough of an interest that it's speaking to me and lighting me up inside. And most of anything that I ever share, and if you know me, you know that it's going to come from my personal experience. And if I've read a book, it's because it was speaking my language and it was supporting me in my growth. And so I'm very much that type of person that's going to share from personal experience. And that's real for me. That is truth. Anything written in a book is someone else's truth, and it may have value to me and it may not. So that's just, each of us have to determine that for ourselves. So today I'm not going to go too much in detail with breaking down these gates. I just kind of wanted to do a quick video. I'm going to be traveling, and I've put this off for a while because I've had other things going on, but I wanted to, at least for those that have taken the time to request their chart, give them just a general idea of what it is that they're looking at. So know that your defined centers in your graph are very important to studying your life's purpose, that work also with your incarnation cross. Also, in the first video that I shared with you, we all have a Godhead that is with us from the time of our birth. And that Godhead plays a huge role in conditioning us. So what I feel is really important to look at is know who that Godhead is so that you can see what type of conditioning that you've been living with since your birth. Really take time to know your type and know your strategy, know your inner authority, and your profile. If you'll study those, that is all you need to start trying to experiment with your human design chart to see if, when you put this into actual life experience, if you see a change taking place. If you can see it, if you find a resonance, if you start making sense to yourself and your life starts making sense to you, this is such a gift. There's so many things that have come to me through my allowing human design to speak to me and experiment with it. I've really found that I can see where I created the experiences that I'm having. For example, not only do you have gates, but you would have noticed if I have done your chart for you that you have channels that are active. So I have one channel, only one channel, and that channel is 28 to 38. So it's found in my spleen and my root. So in that particular channel, that is a channel of struggle. And it's also considered a channel of stubbornness. And so many people have asked me, like, how in your lifetime, with all the experiences that you've had, you had a very traumatizing childhood. I've shared in an interview my life experiences as a child into my adulthood, and how have you come through these experiences without anger, and how have you been able to love and forgive, and how do you come across as so healthy when maybe you shouldn't be? Because I designed a journey of struggle. I designed a journey to look into duality as probably as deep as a person can go. And I did that with the intention, with the incarnation cross, that I carry the right angle cross of the vessel of love to experience the most darkest moments that one could experience in duality, and to come out on the other side and to hold a space of love for the journey itself, for those that played those roles in my life, and for myself for being brave enough to experience these things. There's always an explanation. There's always uh, evidence that we are the creators of our journey. And so it's really important to me as we transition into this energy that's coming in 2027 that we see our triggers and we look at those wounds and we allow ourselves to heal these wounds, to come out of ego, to come out of shadow, look at shadow, love those parts of ourselves and not judge ourselves, integrate, alchemize these experiences, and bring your fragments home to being the whole person that you always have been and always will be. Remember that anything that feels broken and is painful is part of this experience. It's not your immortal soul. It's not your immortal essence. It's not who you are as a creator being. It's just a role that you're playing. And our roles matter. They matter because all of us work together as a well put together body of beings and as a well oiled machine in the mechanics. So, again, I shared this in the first video I did, and I just want to kind of go over this again. So all of these centers are natural energy centers in our body. And when I talk about chakras and I say that the chakra system is a energetic overlay, I'm going to say to you that that doesn't make the chakra system evil, but the chakra system is part of the matrix. It is an overlay that goes on our natural organic centers. And this overlay is allowing for the conditioning and programming that we do experience. And we experience that from energies that are constantly coming in through these gateways or these portals. And we're also getting it daily from every single person that we encounter wherever we have this openness, because that's what we do. We're conditioning one another by our belief systems and our life experiences. So that's just the roles that we're playing. And that's okay. Now we're getting to a place of recognizing in that conditioning and we're deconditioning. We're taking back our authority and we're claiming it. And we're stepping into the person that we are meant to be. Because when we transition into this energy in 2027, we're entering a new world, okay? We're entering something that we have never experienced before. And we're going to be all of our wounds are making us vulnerable to that energy. And I don't want to go too deep in it. I don't want to sound mysterious, but I also don't want to go too deep into that right now because that's a whole other recording. But I just want you to know that that's why I'm doing this. That is my hidden agenda, to get us all to a place to where we are prepared for 2027 and the frequency that comes with 2027, the new way of being, the new type of beings that will be birthed onto this plane, onto Mama Earth's body at this time. It's going to be very different and difficult and challenging. And the more authentic you are, the more you know yourself, the more real you are with yourself, the better you'll be able to navigate this. So that's pretty much all I'm going to share for today in this video. I know that I'm sure I'm all over the place, but I wanted to get this out quickly and not too lengthy of a video, just to help those that I've created charts for have this information. And when I get back from my travels, I am going to go into more depth and put out videos that will explain what's coming in 2027. And also that share more what each gate represents and how that plays a role in your life. And we'll just take it from there. We'll see what your interest is. If you guys do like the videos that I'm making, let me know. If they're not beneficial to you, let me know that too, because I'm here doing this for us. It's not just for me. I'm not in this for anything other than to get this information out. So I want it to be beneficial to you. And if it is, let me know. And I hope you enjoy what I've created today. And I will be doing more soon, and we'll go deep. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and let me know your thoughts. And yep, we'll go deeper as time goes on. Okay. And I really appreciate you being here and listening. And thank you so much. And until next time, enjoy. And definitely feel free if you have any questions. If you want to ask me any questions, just put it in the chat and let me know what it is you're interested in, and I'll go deeper. I'll go deeper into whatever areas that you feel that you want me to go in with you. And yep, that's it, guys. So I will see you soon, and take care.